What's up guys, so today I'll be reviewing a GR Corolla.
Think I got a sense for it. Think I got a sense for it.
What's up guys, so welcome back to the channel. As you guys can see behind me, I got a GR Corolla right here. So I believe this car is still kind of rare on the streets of Malaysia. So I'm very lucky that I'm able to actually get one and actually review one for you guys. And the best part is this car is still fairly stock, other than the owner already changed a set of semi-slicks. But other than that, it's still a stock car. So this will be a very good baseline for me to actually try out the GR Corolla. So previously I've driven a GR Yaris, which is kind of highly modded because WRC spec, turbo, got full rocket bunny kit, Motec, ECU and all those stuff. So this GR Corolla will actually make a very good baseline for me, because now I can actually like compare the GR Yaris and the GR Corolla and actually see which one is more to my liking. So yeah, I can't wait to actually try out this car later on. But anyhow, I'll take you guys walk around the car right now. Alright guys, so first off, as usual, let's have a look at the engine bay. So this is basically a stock car, so definitely nothing has been done to the engine bay except for the Casco strut bar at the top right here. Then as like the previous GR Yaris, I'm unable to show you guys the turbo because it's hiding right back down there. But the G16 engine seems to have like a lot of potential, because if you look like people from other countries, they have modded this engine up to like what, north of 500, so roughly around the 600 territory, and it still lasts. So despite it being a 1.6 3-cylinder engine, it definitely had a lot of potential. How cool is that? Even the stock airbox have a GR badge on it. These are those sort of minor details that will actually get car enthusiasts to go like, yep. And then one more thing is the stock hood has already been lightened because there's no soundproof on the bonnet to actually keep the sound away or to keep the heat away. So it's just pure bare metal kind of hood. So I believe this also saved like what, like maybe a kilo or something. But hey, every gram counts, right? Can't really show you guys much because it's pretty much stock engine. But I heard that the owner is gonna mod it real soon. I'll give it a few more upgrades. So I really can't wait for all the upgrades to start coming in and see how much of transformation the car will have in power wise and also drivability wise. And now to the interior part. So as I mentioned before, stock car, stock interior, but if I believe GR Corolla owner were to mod their cars, I don't really see why they need to mod the interior, because it's a very simple yet very functional interior. It's something I like, because so it's like a minimalist kind of interior, which I definitely like. No complication, no flashing lights all over the place. I wonder if I actually can get one of these GR seats and put into my 86. That should be cool, right? Because I reckon the GR seats will fit so much nicer with a helmet on compared to the 86 stock seat, but I'm not too sure. I need to actually try it out before I can give you guys like a proper answer, because the GT86 seat is comfortable when you sit normally, but if you put on a helmet, your head will be pushed slightly forward due to the headrest issue. But yeah, very functioning interior. Beats can push for track mode, drive mode, traction control on and off. Very simple, very functional. That is something I seriously like. And the interior does remind me a lot of the GR Yaris, because it's actually very similar, if not similar. So this GR4 function should be fun, because you can like, actually not mistaken, you should be able to set the front and rear torque bias, power bias. So something very similar to the STI's DCCD. No surprise here, because Toyota actually now owns like I think 51% of Subaru, so I'm not surprised you got a bit of Subaru tag inside as well. Guys, I'm not sure if you guys can see, but the owner has already upgraded like a aftermarket differential cover, which actually comes with like extra cooling fins for the diff. Because as the owner told me, this car is famous for having diff issue, because the diff will actually overheats and then it will blow itself out. So yeah, minor upgrades that the owner did to actually protect the car and to be able to do more spiritual spirited driving as well. And yes guys, since I'm already down here, might as well show you guys the exhaust. So this is like the 3-tip outlet kind of exhaust. So I reckon this is like for normal driving, and then you got your sport mode kind of exhaust, which it goes as direct as possible. Wow, so being inside the limit of the Euro 4 standard. Oh yeah, cool. I usually don't show the exhaust because usually I'm not lying on the floor, but since today I'm lying on the floor, so might as well just show you guys. And yes, genuine Toyota exhaust. So something I forgot to mention earlier when I was at the bottom of the car is the owner also upgraded to a Casco 2-way LSD at the rear. The front currently is still stock, and so the rear is a Casco 2-way LSD. So very interesting. Can't wait to actually try it out and see how it actually feels, because I reckon the rear would have so much more lockup bite compared to the front. So most probably it feels more like an FR, but I'm not too sure. I'm just guessing, so do not take my word for it. Alright guys, so now let's give it a go, and guess what? It's a rainy day. Yeah, it's a rainy day. I can feel that it's kind of like hydroplaning a bit, but yeah, let's take it easy. I don't want to have any issues with the car. But I definitely can feel that the rear LSD is definitely locking up a lot, actually so much more than the front. It actually feels like a rear-wheel drive car to me. Pedal placement is a bit, yeah, I'm not really used to it. Almost slip right there while trying to do a U&2. Now I recall, the GR Yaris felt easy because it has like aftermarket, how to say, pedal plate on it, so it's making it so much easier. The front and rear lockup rate is so much difference that every time when I try to throttle when it's cornering, it feels that they have, it's like a slight understeer feel to it, because the rear is really locked up and ready to go at that sort of radius, where the front is still waiting for the LSD to actually lock up to be able to turn at a similar radius. If you guys actually get what I'm trying to explain right here. Or maybe it's just probably due to the rain that the car is slightly, the tire is actually slightly hydroplaning. But yeah, I reckon it's the LSD, because I can actually feel it from the steering. Tapi interior kat GR sambal siang.
得了。
Alright guys, so I finally done driving the GR Corolla. Okay, one fun fact I learned from the owner is the owner actually changed the Casco LSD at around 2000 kilometers, and there's already like metal pieces that's broken off from the original diff. So it's actually not too sure is it a manufacturing error or because it's just like slightly weaker, but considering it's running on like full stock boost, stock power, I don't see why such issue would happen or should happen at all. But anyhow, the owner did solve the issue. So for you guys out there that owns a GR Corolla, if you don't know the issue, now you know. From what the owner told me is that you actually hear some sort of humming sound before the thing actually fully breaks. So once you guys hear that sound, better send it for a checkup. My impression of the GR Corolla is, personally for me, it's a much easier car to drive compared to the GR Yaris, because even though that day when I was driving the GR Yaris, road condition was quite dry, although there are few wet patches here and there, it still have that oversteer feeling. I don't mind the oversteer feeling as I mentioned in the previous video at all. Actually I like it, but sometimes it does tends to give you that snap oversteer feeling which will get the driver kind of nervous. So what I did that day when driving the GR Yaris is I purposely oversteered the car before the turn so that I wouldn't get caught off guard. But if you can't do that daily driving, or you can't do that all the time, because at times as a driver you also need to rest, you cannot like pay like 100% full attention all the time. So if you want to drive that car at a fast pace, you must be literally paying like 100% attention all the time, so you won't get caught off guard with the snap oversteer issue. But after driving this GR Corolla in a raining condition, I don't have that sort of fear at all, because it doesn't have that snap oversteer feeling. It does have a bit of oversteer feeling, but that is very predictable oversteer, and that also because due to maybe like wet weather, and also because the rear is running like a two-way LSD, so the lockup rate is definitely faster than the front. More oversteer feeling is quite common. I actually like that kind of feel. It makes the turn in so much sharper, at least from my point of view. Yeah, if you guys ask me like comparing the GR Yaris and GR Corolla, which one would be easier to drive and more predictable and still will be able to have fun, I would say yeah, definitely the GR Corolla. GR Yaris, yes, you can have a lot of fun in it, but as a driver you must be very alert of what the car is doing. So yeah, I'd like to thank the owner for allowing me to review his awesome GR Corolla today, because it's still a brand new car and it's not a cheap car at all, because it's like a 300k Corolla. But if you ask me, it's worth every penny if you can afford it. Definitely worth every penny. Alright guys, so hopefully you guys do like this short episode. If you guys do like it, remember to give it a thumbs up, comment in the comment box below, and share my video out. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.